Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time. This is a little unique for us and what we're doing. And as you know, we host these weekly live training webinars, right? And the goal is to make sure our agents are in the loop with the hottest products, concepts, carriers, anything new and exciting that you need to know to move the needle forward is the bottom line. Today's training slash webinar is all about the 100-foot overview in doing business with Levinson, okay, with all products and carriers. We're going to separate this into three different departments, basically licensing and contracting, new business, also case management, which falls into number two, and then our marketing department. So once you have, and if you're newer with us, great. If you've been with us for a long time, that's great too, because there's so many changes as far as technology, as far as carrier updates, vendor updates. So you need to be in the loop to be effective, right? And moving in and out throughout our organization and then the carriers' separate departments as well. So this is a good resource, good go-to for you, your admin. I know we have a lot of health agencies, P&C agencies across the country. Some have 200, 300, 400 locations. What I would do is use this for your admin, okay? If you have new agents joining your firm, have them listen to this 30-minute video webinar. Okay, we're going to typically on our weekly training webinars, we hold them for 2 weeks to make sure we have agents that are joining us live. With this one, we're going to send out immediately because we want everyone to start using this as a tool to move your business in and out as quickly as possible so you can get paid faster, okay, to make sure everything is in good order from A to Z. So what I have today is we're going to separate the presentation over the next 30 minutes into the three departments, and then Andrew is joining me as well. He's going to take the wheel about halfway through and dive into submitting applications, tips and tricks, and show you live on these screenshots so you are comfortable knowing where to go for what type of business. So again, this is going to be a great resource. We're also going to do a giveaway at the end. So right after the 30 minutes is up, I'm going to ask a question that has to do with the slides that we're going over. Whoever answers first incorrectly walks away with an Apple iWatch. And for those of you listening to this a month later, a week later, 6 months later, whatever, okay, know every week on our live training webinars, we have these giveaways. So you've got to be on live, okay, in order to qualify and answer and win an Apple iWatch, tablet. We switch it up a little bit, but in order for you to be the grand prize winner, you got to be on live is the bottom line. So we do have, and this is also important for all agents, rookies, veterans, whatever, agencies. So if you're newer with Levinson, right, just know this: for training, for moving the needle, for staying in the loop, we have our podcast. It's a live monthly episode where I interview top agents, industry influencers, pro athletes, whatever, anything where you can get motivated and inspired. Okay, I'm going to have that guest speaker on the episode. We're going on 4 to 5 years now strong, haven't missed a month. I think you'll gain a lot of knowledge from the podcast. Also, the weekly webinars, which I just mentioned, also very, very important. We also have an exclusive training dashboard, okay, and this is awesome. We have an IUL masterclass coming up in about 8 weeks. That's going to be on the training dashboard. We have an annuity class where you actually get a certificate when you're done. That's on the training dashboard. We also have, and this is good to know, a living benefits certification, okay. So we have all of these tools, okay, for you to learn about the latest concepts, strategies, tips, and tricks so you can go out and be a more successful agent, help more families is the bottom line. Another good resource I'll mention quickly is our YouTube channel. So if you want to check out the past webinars, okay, even webinars from last year, the year before, Expo highlight videos, okay, to see what's to come on April 11th, which is our 25 Expo, check out the YouTube channel and subscribe to not only YouTube, but all of our social media platforms, okay? We have thousands and thousands of followers. Hopefully you are one of the thousands. If not, you'll do it as soon as we hang up today. All right, let's jump right in here. I want to start off by sharing our timeline. We're very proud of this. We start, as you know, and I'm sure if you've been with us a while, you know this, but 1972, Kerry, my father, started the company before I was even born. And then I came into the picture in 98, and then we came out. I'm not going to go over each tab here because I want to get everyone in and out quickly. But the first brokerage website with a interactive quoting engine was developed. We were also the first pilot IMO BGA to roll out the e-application and e-policy delivery 10, 15 years ago with a company called Blue Frog, Amplify, and later to become iPipeline. So really, really great story. You are part of it, of course. If you notice, we'll fast forward to 2025, top 10 IMO with direct carrier contracts. That's important to know as well. And over 24,000 agents in just about every city in the U.S. So we're, again, very proud of that, and it's only getting bigger and better, okay? And you know what's funny real quick is we started in Insure Me Now Direct over 10 years ago. We had one carrier, one product, and it was decreasing term, but we believed in it, right? We knew that this would work great for agents marketing direct to consumer. So you fast forward to today, we have over 25 products on the platform, up to $4 million instant decision of the number one term product in the U.S., probably in the world, okay? Legal in general, Banner Life. So very proud of that, and you should be using that and marketing that today. It doesn't matter if you're a third bedroom agent on your own, that's great, or if you're a part of a public agency that has 400 locations, which we have, you should also be using this to market to the book of business. Let's keep moving forward. So Kerry's Corner is another great training resource. So what's great is Kerry in his old MetLife days has some great stories. He shares these personal stories where he's literally handed over a death benefit check to a family in need that made him tear up and change the way he looked at life insurance, our industry as a whole, right? And these stories are such a great value add because we're all sitting here, and I'm saying with my agent hat on, we're all sitting here looking for commissions and advances and this and that, which is great. And we need that to make a living. But at the end of the day, you can't forget why we're doing this, okay? It's to keep the kids in school, right? And to keep little Johnny in college, right? Or to keep Mary in the house that her spouse works so hard for, that's no longer here, unfortunately. So that comes first. Then, obviously, you have to feed your family. But at the end of the day, he's got some great stories on Kerry's Corner. Check it out when you can. We're launching the next one this week. Let's keep moving forward. This is what you're going to get in your inbox every other week. And this is also important because it helps you. And when I say, you need to know enough to be dangerous inside of the four walls here at Levinson, and then you also need to know enough to be dangerous outside of the four walls. And when I say that, I'm talking about the carriers, right? Over 100 companies we offer, the most competitive carriers and products. But how are you, right? You're working out of your third bedroom, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. How do you know what products are hot? What's not? What do you bring up to your client? They want living benefits. They want IULs with a high cap. You need to know what's going on. So if you check out this email in front of you, which is going to be in your inbox every other week, you'll know everything about the 100 plus carriers on the life and annuity side and supplemental products as well. We also have a training section here, so you can't miss anything as long as you focus on the four. And in order for you to move in and out as quickly and as effective as possible, what we did is we have a playbook and a short 4 to 5 minute video for each department that was built for you. Okay, so what we're going to do is send out a thank you email, and we'll include all of this information in the thank you email. If you're listening after the fact, just reach out anytime. Any one of our marketers or staff can help you with these emails and FAQ video section. It's very simple. Simple is the name of the game, as you can kind of see the theme here. All right, let's go to our first section here, which is licensing and contracting. And let me first explain to you all, we have 4 people here that are literally trained for years, certified in licensing and contracting. Okay, now above and beyond the norm, Levinson offers the Sure LC platform that we pay for, and we have a discounted proprietary E&O product that allows you to save about 20% on E&O premium. So these are things that you can use for your downline agents or to recruit or just for yourself, whatever it is, but it gives us a leg up when it comes to our competitors. Okay, top section here. And by the way, what I'm going to do is start, we have each FAQs on the bottom left corner, but I'm going to start with these questions, and then I'm going to give you some basic 1 or 2 word answers because it's all very, very simple as long as you pay attention, take notes, ask questions, and I would watch those FAQ videos, and they were put together for you in English and Spanish, okay? So that's another big plus, especially if you're working in certain parts of the country. All right, number 1, how do I come on board with Levinson? It's very, very simple. We have an onboarding form, and then you will get a link to register, and that's where you pick out your carriers. Just make sure you pay attention. Some companies require a piece of business, some do not. Okay, so you got to look at the cheat sheet, which we developed for you. We'll also include that in the thank you email. AML, do I need to complete AML? Absolutely. Am I set up to receive advanced commission? So this is a big question that comes up all the time. Not everyone gets advanced commission. Not everyone wants advanced commission, okay? If you do, we have a form that must be approved by the carrier. It's got to be signed off on, approved, and then you are off to the races. Now, keep in mind, there are some companies that don't offer advanced commission. So bottom line is, if the company offers it and approves it, we offer it and approve it, okay? That's the simple solution with annualization or advances. How do I know which companies I'm appointed with or my downline agents? How do I know what they're appointed with? Very simple. We have a case status tab you click on, and that's where you'll see all of that information. What do I need to be contracted for my business with Levinson and Associates? Just make sure your corporation is licensed. Okay, it's very black and white as far as your corp is concerned. How do I locate carrier contracting, dual appointment, and pre-appointment guidelines? We have cheat sheets on our website under the licensing section. We'll also include in the thank you email. Which of the carriers include Insure Me Now Direct? Okay, very simple. We have Banner, Legal and General, up to $4 million. Manhattan Life. We also have Assurity Life and Gerber as well for guaranteed issue. Okay, and they do require a piece of business to get appointed. And now with Banner Life, if you are working on a nice application and it's a week away, a few days away, just let us know and an exception could be made for you. Okay? What if I have downline agents? So in that case, just speak to anyone in our marketing department or reach out to Andrew himself, and he'll make sure to get you everything that is needed. And then your downline agents have full access to our entire platform, just like you do. That's a big plus. Okay. So, and this is also another big plus. If you're in Hawaii on vacation and you want to know what are your agents writing, what apps are in house, right? If you want to reward them, praise them, you can literally go into case status and look at your agent's business to make sure they are moving the needle for you and the agency. Okay. This way you're not in the dark. That's another big plus. Most agencies or IMOs don't offer. Okay. That's part of our exclusive CRM database platform called AI, which we help build. So very important stuff there for you to know. Let's go to the next slide. So this is very, very simple, part of our contracting playbook. And again, I mean, we've went over this and tweaked it for years and years. And the goal is we wanted to make sure we try to keep this as simple as possible, the old KISS method. So this is what you're looking at in front of you is their interactive playbook. And it breaks this down again into 3 sections. It's on our website. And this will be in your thank you email as well. So again, for new agents coming on board under you, if they're in your hierarchy, I would just send them this video and the cheat sheets and you're done. And they're off to the races. Okay, this is another big deal, cash for contracting or leads for contracting. So this is important because we get a lot of questions and comments on these two programs or incentives, if you will. So the way this works is if you have an existing contract through another IMO, okay, yes, we want you to bring it over to Levinson, take advantage of all of our exclusive platforms. But at the same time, we have to make sure you have an active contract today, let's say at the prior upline or IMO, okay, and then you're moving it to Levinson. So as long as you prove that with your first paid application, we give you $100 plus we match or beat your existing commission grid. Most of the time we beat it, but at the very minimum we match it. Plus you can get up to $400 in gift cards depending on how many apps are placed. On the right-hand side, this is leads for contracting. Same exact concept, but you're going to get a batch of orphan leads with your first paid app. Okay? That's simple. And number one, we got to prove you're appointed today with the past IMO, and then boom, you're moving over, transferring to Levinson, and your new number is issued. As soon as you have your first paid app, boom, that's when you get the cash or the leads. Okay, let's keep moving forward. FAQs, new business, so case management. This is another big one, right? Because now you're contracted, you're using our programs, platforms, leads are coming in, you're happy. How do I submit my business? Okay, so the way we broke this down for today is I'm giving you a 100-foot overview with this slide, and then Andrew's actually going to dive in to each application platform to make sure that you are comfortable. So the FAQs on the new business side, bottom left corner, and we did the same exact thing, just like we did on the contracting side with new business case management. All of the popular questions and answers that are coming in over the years, we put them in this FAQ new business section, which is also on our website. And then we have the Learning Center, which is on the top left corner, which is under training. You'll see the yellow arrow. And then on the right side, these are some of the hot, more popular questions that are coming in. I'm going to answer them quickly. I submitted a new app. I haven't received a notification. Okay, so we have a new business department. We have 4 case managers, okay, and they are here to help you. Reach out any time. So this is another important thing. So we have agents that will do, we call it a direct submit on the carrier's website. Okay, maybe not through the Levinson website. You have to let us know, because what will happen is a lot of times we don't get the carrier feeds for a week to 10 days. So that means if there's an outstanding requirement, we're going to know nothing about it if you don't say anything. So we have a form on our website under new business that just says direct submit. You just put your name, client's name, hit submit, and then we can track it for you. If it's done on our websites or platforms, then you don't have to bother with that, and you will get an email within 24 to 48 hours, and then every week after that with a status. Okay? My case has been open for many weeks. Now, that shouldn't be the case because, like I said, weekly case status, but if it is and there's a problem, reach out to our new business department. And then also know if there's a major problem, okay, you feel like an app is stuck and it's been weeks or months and it's a nice application and you're concerned that it's not going to go through and there's miscommunication and maybe we're not perfect. There's a problem with one of our staff members. It usually doesn't happen, but if there is, reach out to me and Carrie directly. That's what we're here for. You have our email, you have our extension. Okay, I would say it's best to email us. You can copy me, send it to Carrie, or vice versa. We'll jump in and find out what's going on and try to make it right. That's our promise to you. All right, let's keep moving. What happens if I submit an application for a carrier I'm not currently appointed with? Well, this depends on which state it is in, but for the most part, our contracting team will reach out to you and say, hey, we received a banner application in Florida. You're not appointed. I need you to fill out the link as soon as possible. Okay? Now, some states, you're going to have to take the app again after you're appointed. So you got to ask these questions and check our cheat sheet that we put together just for this issue. What happens after I submit the app? I just explained that. You will get an email, and then that's 24 to 48 hours, and then every week until it's issued, or you can pick up the phone and call any time. We have 4 case managers to help you push the business through. And just know, we don't get paid until you get paid. Okay, so we're all in this together. We all want to make this happen and push it through from A to Z until it's placed and you're paid and the client's happy. Okay, pro tip for smooth drop ticket processing: make sure your client is aware that there's an online or phone interview needed. That's a big one. What I would tell them is 24 to 48 hours. You're going to get an email or phone call from that carrier. Okay, it's extremely important because, and this is another pro tip. Sometimes that email's sitting in their junk folder and they're calling you saying, Billy, Bobby, Shelly, I never got anything. Well, check spam. Okay, a lot of times the email winds up there from the carriers. Let's keep moving forward. I'm going to have Andrew take the wheel from here, and he's going to dive into each application platform to try to simplify your world. Andrew?
Thanks so much, Bill. Appreciate it. So in marketing, we get a lot of questions from all of you. I know some of you are new with us. Some of you have been with us for years. But the common question is, how do I get appointed with these carriers or do business if I'm not already contracted, right? Like we used the Banner example earlier. You're not appointed with Banner because they require business. What do I do? How do I get my first application in the door? Well, it's actually really easy because Levinson has created the back office system for you. It's all single sign-on. So when you're looking at these screenshots here on our website, this is assuming you've already done the onboarding, you've already registered on our website, so you are now ready to do your first quote and application. Okay, this is like phase 3 of the onboarding process, right? So if you look at this screen here, you'll see you go to the products tab, you click on life insurance, and we have the quotes button and the iGo eApp button. This is the front end and back end of the quoting and e-application program on the Levinson website. And again, it's single sign-on, which means we know it's you. When you're in there doing these quotes and apps, we know where it's coming from when you submit it, okay? So this is the actual workflow of what's actually going to happen here, okay? You're going to launch the quote engine. You're going to put in the client's info. Let's just say, Bill Levinson, he's 40 years old, wants $1 million term policy for 30 years. You put that in there, you're going to be able to get the quotes on the next screen. Look to the right. You can actually get the quotes instantly in real time. Select which product or carrier you want to go with, click the apply button, and it will launch the iGo e-application, either a drop ticket or an e-app. Okay, drop ticket is a short form app. E-app is a full long application with health questions. Okay, but either way, with the exception of a few states, most states and carriers are okay with you submitting your first app on submission, and then we do contracting. Okay, so just keep that in mind, that this is the primary way of doing business with us when you're brand new with us and you want to do a term or a universal life, let's say like a GUL with Protective or Pacific. A lot of these big name companies, this is how they want to do business now. So look at this screen here, and I won't spend any more time on it, but there's the steps below, which we will include in our thank you email. But these are what you need to do. Make sure you use zeros or NA for your agent code. You do not have an agent code with Banner or these companies, right? Because it's your first app. It's going to ask you for one. So just put in that placeholder and it will let you move forward to validate, lock, and submit your application. Okay, it's literally that easy. But just know that if you are sitting on the sideline right now, ready to write a case, you could do it right now if you wanted to, as soon as you hang up this training today. Okay? Moving forward, Bill mentioned this, the direct submit process. So these carriers on this screen require you to go to their portal to do the application. Okay, so if you're selling F&G's IUL, for example, or Kansas City Life's return of premium, those products do not have an iGo app through the Levinson site. That's a decision these carriers made. They want to use their system. That's okay. We will get you a writing number first, and then once you're appointed, you will then submit the apps directly and then use that form that Bill told you right here, put in the direct submit info so we can track that application. Okay, we'll be on top of it for you, but that's just to let you know how this process works. Next up is how to submit applications for final expense. This is a completely different world to the term and UL side. I want you to kind of flip it upside down. Most final expense carriers want you to be appointed first with a writing number. Okay, so let's say you want to sell Aetna, or you want to sell Aflac, or you want to sell Foresters. Those companies want an agent number. So we will submit your contracting to get you an agent number and then go online to do the app. The two exceptions to the rule are Mutual of Omaha and Transamerica. those two carriers, you can use that 0 or NA rule to get to go onto the iGo app system, complete an application, submit it to our office, and we will contract you with business. Okay? But what you're looking at in front of you here is the quote process. So you can actually go into the products tab, click on final expense, go to our quote engine, which has a health analyzer built in. So you can put in the client's name, their age, their date of birth, their smoker status, and medications and conditions, and it will filter what option is best for your client. Okay, now if you need help with any of this stuff, that's what our marketing team is here for. You call me or Josh or RJ or Christy, any of our marketers are here for you. Okay, we will answer your tough questions. What insured, where to take the insured, or what health issues are present, whatever it is, or you're stuck on an application, we will get you through that process. But this is just a quick screenshot of what to expect on the final expense side of business as far as doing business. Okay? Okay, last for me, and then I'll get it over to Bill, is that case status software tool that we talked about a few minutes ago. Bill mentioned it. This keeps you in the loop with all of your business. You want to know what's going on with you or your downlines? You can launch this program. It's right on our dashboard. As soon as you log into the Levinson website, you click on it, it'll open up. You can look at paid cases, pending, closed, or declined business. You could even track in our scorecard system, you could track cycle times, persistencies, placement ratios, how much premium you did per quarter. We have metrics as deep as you want to go or as basic as you want to go. Okay, but this keeps you in the loop. You can even look by agent. So if you have 10 agents that work with you, you can look at what that individual agent is producing and who's contracted. Okay, so this is all complimentary stuff for you to be in the know and keep your business running efficiently. Okay, I'm going to get it back to Bill for our marketing department FAQs.
Thank you, Andrew. Good stuff. Okay, we are going to be done in about 7 minutes here. I know we'll get everyone out a few minutes late, but not too bad. By the way, any questions, comments, feedback, use that Q&A pane. You can expand it or minimize it. Anything we do not get to, we'll get to most of the questions, but anything we don't, we'll circle back as soon as we hang up. FAQs for the marketing department, same exact concept now. So we take the popular questions and answers, put them in these FAQ videos. We call it like a FAQ video library. And we have, again, it's broken down into the 3 departments, but great tool and resource for all agents. We also have under the training section, you'll see the same thing on the top. Okay, how do I market on social media? So we have one person here, JC. He is dedicated to help you with social media marketing, with Insure Me Now Direct marketing, with creating the site, adding carriers, products, all the above. So you can reach out to him anytime. That covers number 1 and 2. What makes Levinson different from other IMOs? Now, that's a very, very big, important question. Because if I was an agent out there on the streets, right, you're hearing about all this, call it gray area talk. I've heard the word bro agencies, MLM groups, right, that handcuff you for a year, 2, 3 years. I hear they sell your clients in a book to other agency. I mean, horror stories. So number 1, we're doing this since 1972, okay? Our reputation is everything, and you don't have to take my word. I have a slide that talks only about this, but look us up. Go on Google, okay? Just put in Levinson and Associates. See what other agents and agencies are saying about us. Look at our ratings, okay? And you'll see the proof is in the pudding, okay? Now, I'm going to go to another slide that talks about that, but I want to keep moving forward for a second. No, you're not captive if you join Levinson. We give you a release at any time. As long as there's no chargebacks and there's no pending business, okay, then you're fine. All right, let's keep moving. Non-med and accelerated. So we have a cheat sheet just for that question we'll include in the thank you email. Same thing for living benefits. And then the e-app and e-policy delivery. We have videos and webinars just on that process because for the most part, most of the carriers work very, very similarly. Some have their own platforms. So again, a marketer can help you with that, or you can check out the video webinar where we dedicate an hour just for that concept. Okay, let's keep moving forward. By the way, a great tool and platform for you all is to make sure you're at the expo. okay, which is around the corner, April 11th, we have a keynote speaker dedicated to the large case market. And then we have another annuity keynote speaker who developed the 60-second close. So Charles is awesome. He's got the napkin presentation for annuities. Amazing. I would want to pick his brain, learn from him if I was an agent on the street. And then Mary is a 3-time best-selling author. She brings in the monster cases with you and for you, and you still keep the majority of the commission. They're going to be live at the expo, but that is a great training tool. I mean, so much value there for free. It's complimentary. So you just got to RSVP now and show up. All right, let's keep moving forward. Enough of my ranting. This is the slide I was talking about where we kind of toot our own horn and just kind of share the facts. There's a lot of them. The green check marks, that's us. And then you'll see the red X's is our competitors. So all I'm going to say here is you're working with another IMO and Levinson, okay, which is okay. We're totally fine with that. You're not captive to us by any means. Ask the right questions, okay? If they can give you a release, get it in writing by email. Commission. So if you see 170% commission level, okay, does that happen now? Or does that happen after you write $17 million of business in a 6-month period? Okay? Ask the right questions. Get it in writing is my advice to you. Make sure you're agent of record and you're getting paid directly from the carriers, not from any agency that might be gone in 5 years. Okay? And guess what also happens? The renewals go to them and not you. You own and control your clients and your book of business, no matter where you are, no matter what IMO you're working with, period. So I explain it all in this slide. You can check that out in the thank you email. Let's keep moving. This is our exclusive iGenius platform. So these are a bunch of bullets and different marketing ideas, strategies, platforms. Most of this is free for you once you're active, and it's free to get appointed and be active with Levinson. So there's no gray area or small print. But this is everything that you're looking at in front of you. I don't have the time to dive into each thing. What I can tell you is you should be registered on our website. You should have the mobile app on the top right corner, and you should be enrolled in our SMS text program, okay, which means you're going to be in the loop for all the incentives, all the latest and greatest product launches, releases, everything. So make sure you're enrolled in on the mobile app. You can do everything you can literally do on the desktop version through your mobile app, okay? And another, this is a fact that came in early 25 for 2024. Think about this. Speaking of mobile, constant contact now, okay? When you're sending out an email blast, this is a fact from Constant Contact for 2024, 72% of your consumers are checking your email blast, okay, on their mobile device. So what does that tell you? Your marketing must be mobile compatible and must look great, not from your desktop or iPad, from your smartphone, okay? So that's a little food for thought. Let's keep moving forward. Insure Me Now Direct, again, complimentary. This is a no-brainer, folks. Why would you not have your own Amazon website is how I look at this, okay? Your client can go on. You could do this with them, by the way, or they can log in at 2 a.m. and you could market and sell over 25 products. Doesn't cost you a penny. No commission reduction. Your client can sign up to $4 million, less than 14 minutes, instant decision. We even have guaranteed issue on here as well. So, and think about this. You want to work with a PNC agency, health agency. We can brand this site just for them, and you get paid all the commissions and renewals on most products. Okay. And then you have a free scholarship program every single client gets if they purchase a qualifying product, which most of them are on our Insure Me Now Direct site. So again, just stuff that you should be doing in today's new world with social media and online and mobile. You got to have this stuff. You got to be relevant. Okay. First thing everyone does is they want to look you up on Google, which I think is great because it separates, right, the pros from maybe the other agents that aren't doing the right thing. Okay. So everything comes to the surface, as we know. Let's keep moving forward. We have a flyer built just to drive traffic to your website and social media pages. JC handles all of this. He's in-house, speaks full Spanish and English, and I encourage you to reach out anytime. Let's keep moving forward. What I want to do next is, and this is a one-stop shop for any agent in today's world. Very simple. You got to have a home base, a website. We offer 4 options. Insure Me Now Direct complimentary. Okay? Just under that, number 2, that's the pro version of Insure Me Now Direct. That is a couple $1,000s, but that allows you and your site to show up on SEO pages where someone puts in Florida life insurance. Your name comes up first. You can customize everything. You can add health insurance, P&C, if your securities licensed. That's a great option for you as well. Just under that is the website builder. That's free. Okay, there's a $10 a month hosting charge, but it's free for Levinson active agents. And then on the bottom, we team up with a third-party vendor. They have a great program. It's like literally for social media management, 3 of your pages or sites, okay, and your website, which is professional WordPress. It's like $139 a month for everything. No activation, no contract, no nothing. So that's something I would look into. We negotiated a great deal for you all. Next slide is our complimentary marketing systems. Speak to any one of our marketers about these programs. I'm going to touch on them briefly. Scholarship program is top. Legacy Safeguard. If you're in the final expense space, turnkey platform. This is all complimentary, but turnkey platform for your consumers. And it helps value add when you're out there talking about final expense and burial. Just under that, Mary Reed's platform for business owners, no brainer. And like I said, she does all the heavy lifting if you got a guy or girl. On the bottom, life settlements and viaticals. We have a relationship where we literally have a turnkey site and quoting engine that's built into Insure Me Now Direct that allows your client to do everything from A to Z. Okay, or you can obviously just call one of our marketers. We'll get you up and running. The next slide is our co-op lead programs. Again, we negotiated discounted prices. So you're riding the coattails of our 24,000 agents and taking advantage of this great pricing, which is about 10 to 20% less than retail. And then the bottom right corner, if you're writing at least 10,000 of premium annually, you get a batch of orphan leads. And those are a slam dunk. If you're good on the phone and you can pivot, you will get at least 2 to 3 out of 10 sales. And they're larger cases and they're free as long as you write 10,000 of premium a year, which is not that much. Let's go to the next slide. The podcast, by the way, we're almost done. We'll put a bow on this in about 2 minutes. I know I went a little over and I apologize. I get a little excited when we're talking about this. Bill Levinson Experience Podcast. So we put out a new episode every month, like I spoke about earlier. These are the most streamed episodes in the last couple of years. I wanted to point out 47, 50, 52, and 55. Just a great way, and it's free, great way for you to, let's say, sit down with a MDRT producer and pick his or her brain for an hour to see what's working and what's not for them. How did you get to bring in over $1 million a year consistently in this industry? Okay, this gives you the answers. Let's keep moving forward. Okay, our online training webinars. So every single week we host these live trainings. Now, if you're an agent out there, Key West, Florida, how do you know what's going on for that week? On our website, bottom left corner, you'll see the calendar. Tells you not only our Levinson webinars, but also our carrier webinars of the week. So everything is at your fingertips. You can register right from there. On the right-hand side is our YouTube channel. Subscribe, and that will alert you every time we post a new training video to the platform. Okay? All right, our final slide here. So every single week, I always say you don't have to listen to what we do. Just watch what we do. The proof is in the pudding. Okay? What do I mean by that? Look at the marketing. Look at how many followers, subscribers. Look at our 5-star reviews. Okay? And I'm not saying, you're an agent. You're working with clients in the retail space. We're an IMO, 100% working with agents. We don't play in the retail space. But the point is, we have built a business over the years based on our following, based on referrals, based on an agent Googling us and saying, wow, look at what these other agents are saying. You should be doing the same thing, but for the consumer, for the prospects, for the leads. especially when you're working over the phone through Zoom in various states. Okay, you're not seeing them face to face much anymore unless it's a monster case and you're at Starbucks. So you got to watch what we do. This is our Positive Tuesday quote. I put this out every Tuesday. Haven't missed one in over 10 years. Okay? So watch what we do. You don't have to listen. Now, this happens to be a great quote, very fitting. There are years when nothing happens and days where everything happens. Finish the race. Stay consistent and persistent. Even if you only got 2 or 3 likes on your new post on LinkedIn, it's okay. It's 2 or 3 more than you had yesterday, right? It's a start. It's a start. That's it. You got 1 comment? Great. That's 1 lead. You're going to reach out to the person that made a comment and you're going to say, Shirley, Bobby, did you have any questions about my post on long-term care? Oh, actually, I did. Can you run a quote? Boom, bingo, free lead. I listened to Bill. Okay? That's how it works. Question of the day. We're going to wrap this up right now. Get your little fingers on your keyboard because you got to be quick and you got to be correct. My question of the day for the Apple iWatch is, I mentioned Levinson's 4 top training platforms. Tell me what they are. The 4 top Levinson training platforms. Ways that you could learn, pivot, and move the needle in 2025, moving into 26 and in the future. What are the 4 top Levinson training platforms? You answer first and correctly, you win the Apple iWatch. Andrew, do we have a winner today?
Yes, we do. It's Kaniti P. Kaniti P.
Kaniti P, congrats. The answer, our weekly webinar series, the Bill Levinson Experience Podcast, our exclusive annuity and life training dashboard, and of course, our YouTube channel where you can check out everything going on here at Levinson. Let's have a great rest of the day, great weekend, great selling, and just know, reach out anytime. We're here for you, okay? A live person. We're here to help you to jump in. If there's a problem, go to me or Carrie directly, or even both of us. Even send an email. If you're not comfortable over the phone, that's okay too. We don't care. Just get the message to us. We'll try to fix it and make it right. Great selling. Thank you again, everyone.